The Young and the Restless is once again shaking the foundations of Genoa City with the arrival of a new but instantly commanding presence. Soap opera veteran Tamara Brown, recently seen leaving her unforgettable role as Eve of Italy on Days of Our Lives, has officially joined the cast of The Young and the Restless in a move that's sending ripples of speculation through the fandom. Known for her versatility, depth, and dynamic screen presence, Brown will embody the enigmatic character of Sienna Bacala, a woman with secrets that could alter the power dynamics in Genoa City permanently. While her backstory remains tightly under wraps, insiders have hinted that Sienna will have deeply personal ties to several major players already entrenched in ongoing drama, and her arrival will not only resurface long-buried truths, but challenge fragile alliances and reignite old flames. Sienna's debut is not a quiet one. She enters the city at a moment of disruption and recalibration, with long-established relationships unraveling and familiar faces redefining their priorities. Her name may be new, but her impact will be immediate. In the world of soap operas, where history is never forgotten and no one is truly a stranger, it's widely suspected that Sienna is just passing through. She's returning to something, or someone. Her connection to the city seems to predate her arrival, suggesting that Sienna may have roots in Genoa that not even she is ready to acknowledge. Could she be a long-lost daughter, a secret heir, or a woman carrying the weight of a betrayal that happened decades ago? What's clear is that her story will not unfold in isolation. It will bleed into the lives of Genoa's most powerful, exposing weak spots and forcing reckonings where characters least expect them. At the center of the storm, Sienna is walking into Strangled Cane Ashby, a man with a renewed mission and dangerous ambitions. Though he has always walked the line between charming strategist and morally ambiguous outsider, Cane's recent return to Genoa City has reignited his hunger for power, legacy, and love. Having once ruled hearts and shaken boardrooms, Cane now finds himself on the outside of both the business world and the romantic circles he once dominated. He is no longer the crowd favorite, no longer the dashing savior in a tailored suit. But that doesn't mean he's given up. If anything, it means he's more focused, more calculating, and less interested in playing by the old rules. His target is the acquisition or control of all the major family-run enterprises that have ruled Genoa City for decades. He no longer wants to exist in the shadow of the Abbotts, Newmans, or Wintersh. Wants to outplay them all. And at the core of his plan is a powerful motivation: Lily Winters. For Cane, Lily was more than a love interest. She was his grounding force, his redemption arc, and his only path to authenticity. The breakup left marks deeper than he let on, and the passing years have only intensified his desire to rewrite that chapter of his life. But regaining Lily's trust is a mountain of a different kind. She's grown, she's changed, and she's more cautious than ever. Lily now occupies a position of influence at Chancellor Winters, and she's not quick to forgive past betrayals, nor is she willing to let nostalgia blind her to Cane's intentions. Their potential reunion hinges not only on emotional reconciliation, but on proof that Cane's motives are honest. And that's where Sienna enters as both a complication and a possible catalyst. Her presence could either sabotage Cane's bid for redemption or become the unexpected bridge that forces Lily to re-examine everything she thought she knew about the man she once loved. But Sienna is no mere supporting character in Cane's story. With Tamara Brown portraying her, Sienna is poised to be a fully fleshed-out force of naturally ambiguous, intelligent, seductive, and haunted. She may have known Cane in a past life, or she may be here to expose his current ambitions for what they really are. Her arrival could reignite parts of his past he had carefully buried, or introduce secrets about Lily, Chancellor Winters, or even the Winters family that threaten to upend the fragile balance of power within the company. There's also speculation that Sienna may have a connection to the late Hilary Curtis or even Amanda Sinclair, adding legal, romantic, and familial stakes to her presence. She could be an attorney with her own vendetta, a businesswoman with controlling interest in a hidden trust, or even a blood relative to someone no one thought had surviving kin. The possibilities are endless and each one is dangerous. Meanwhile, the other residents of Genoa City aren't standing still. Victoria Newman is reeling from a recent betrayal that has threatened her confidence at Newman Enterprises. Jack Abbott is once again juggling family chaos and Jebbo instability, while his sister Ashley seems poised to implode or rise in vengeance. Devin Hamilton is questioning his loyalties, especially as he suspects that Cane's resurgence is not just about Lily, but about reclaiming a status Devon believes Cane never deserved. As Sienna weaves her way into this tapestry of power and vulnerability, she may serve as the spark that causes Onir Severe Lofty's institutions to collapse from within. Her moves will not be predictable. She doesn't ask for loyalty, she creates circumstances where loyalty must be chosen, and she knows how to make the cost of betrayal higher than anyone anticipates. Beyond the boardrooms and bedrooms, whispers grow louder about Sienna's real purpose in Genoa City. Some believe she's seeking justice for a relative wronged by the Newmans or Abbotts decades ago. Others speculate she's tied to a forgotten chapter in Jill Abbott's past or a mystery surrounding Colin Atkinson, Cane's manipulative father. Could Sienna have once been involved in a scandal that was buried by Victor Newman's influence? Could she be the missing piece to a cover-up involving Catherine Chancellor's estate? The Shoriners are playing their cards close to the vest, but they've confirmed one thing. Sienna will not be a footnote, Tesh will be a headline, and fans are already speculating about who she might be paired with romantically. While Cane seems like an obvious candidate, there's potential for unexpected chemistry with characters like Chance Chancellor, Nate Hastings, or even someone like Tucker McCall, whose own shady dealings could mirror Sienna's darker inclinations. A pairing with Devon would be controversial, especially given the Lily connection, but that kind of triangle could reignite old tensions and deliver the kind of emotional storytelling that made the Winner's family central to Y&R's recent arcs. As always in Genoa City, no arrival happens without consequences. Sienna Bacall's entrance could mark the beginning of a new chapter, the unraveling of several old ones, and Tamara Brown's performance, already praised by critics and beloved by fans in every soap she's touched, ensures that this storyline will not be slow-burning. It will be explosive, emotional, and unpredictable, with her Emmy-winning talent and the writers clearly building something multi-layered. Sienna may not just be another mysterious woman with a secret, she could be the linchpin to a generational reckoning that redefines legacies and forces every character to confront what they've hidden, whom they've hurt, and what they're willing to do to stay on top. As viewers prepare for her first scenes, they're already asking the right questions. What secrets does Sienna Bacall carry? Whose lives will she change forever? And most importantly, who in Genoa City is ready for her, and who is about to be blindsided by a past they thought had been erased? While the mystery of Sienna Bacall's true identity continues to send shockwaves through fan communities, the official confirmation of Tamara Brown's filming schedule has heightened anticipation to a fever pitch. Set to begin taping during the week of September 1st to 5th, Brown's debut on The Young and the Restless will likely hit screens a few weeks later in the early days of fall, timed perfectly for a seasonal shift in storytelling that will echo through every major storyline in Genoa City. This timing is no accident. The fall months have traditionally served as a fertile ground for soap operas to introduce power players who shake up stagnant alliances, resurrect old secrets, and chart new paths forward through morally gray terrain. And with Brown in the role, viewers should expect nothing short of seismic tremors across the canvas. When Sienna Bacall first arrives in Genoa City, she will do so as a woman cloaked in allure, intelligence, and intrigue. Described as striking, charismatic, and emotionally layered, Sienna is not merely passing through, she is stepping into a legacy that has long awaited her return. Her arrival is not a detour from the show's current dynamics, it is a direct disruption. From the moment she sets foot into this world, her presence will challenge relationships, provoke rivalries, and hint at histories still cloaked in shadow. The beauty of her introduction is not simply in her mystery, but in the layered connections she appears to carry. According to insiders, Sienna will have personal ties to numerous characters, and the writers have built her arc with deliberate intersections across family lines, business empires, and romantic possibilities. She is not tethered to one storyline, she is destined to intersect with many, becoming a magnet for drama that will redefine the show's power structure. The question that continues to stir the most speculation among fans is deceptively simple: who will be Sienna's first love interest? Given Brown's dynamic screen presence and history of powerful pairings across various soaps, it's almost certain that her character will quickly draw the attention of Genoa City's most eligible and perhaps most dangerous men. Cane Ashby remains a top candidate, not just because of the potential for a business alliance, but because of the emotional void he's trying to fill. Lily Winters may still hold his heart, but Sienna could represent the future he didn't realize he wanted. Simeon, who challenges him, sees through his ambition, and matches him in strategic cunning. Alternatively, Sienna could find herself drawn to someone entirely unexpected, like Devon Hamilton, whose calculated confidence and emotional restraint might be the perfect contrast to her volatility. A pairing with Nate Hastings could reignite old rivalries and bring Amanda Sinclair or Aelana Dawson back into the picture, while even Chance Chancellor or Tucker McCall present opportunities for surprise chemistry and unpredictable fallout. Of course, romantic entanglements are only one facet of Sienna's value to the canvas. Her connections to the existing characters go beyond flirtation or flirted alliance as they reach deep into Genoa City's long and winding past. Could she be a former protege of Jill Abbott, returning to settle a score or claim her place in the Chancellor legacy? Might she be a secret shareholder in Newman Media, placed there by a ghost from Victor's past? The fact that the show is keeping these details under lock and key suggests that the revelations will be layered, slow burn, and highly strategic. It won't be a single twist, it will be a cascade. Every interaction Sienna has may carry double meanings. Every relationship she forges could be transactional, and every truth she reveals might be tied to a greater deception. Tamara Brown, of course, is no stranger to this kind of emotional and narrative complexity. With decades of experience across daytime television, including unforgettable stints as Carly Corinthos and Kim Nero on General Hospital, Reese Williams on All My Children, and, most recently, Ava Vitale on Days of Our Lives, Brown brings not only depth and gravitas, but a natural ability to blur the lines between vulnerability and manipulation. Her portrayal of Ava, a mafia princess navigating loss, trauma, and revenge, was heralded as both fearless and emotionally resonant. And although her last appearance on Days was in April, the mark she left remains fresh. Now, with Y&R, Brown enters a new chapter in which she's tasked with not only introducing a fresh character, but leaving an indelible imprint on a show already teeming with strong women, complex men, and power struggles that span decades. Brown's ability to make any character feel lived in, haunted, and dangerously charming will undoubtedly shape how Sienna is received. This isn't a role written for a quiet supporting player. Sienna Bacall is being introduced as someone who will matter, and the brilliance of her arrival lies in the ambiguity surrounding her. She may smile, but there could be venom behind her gaze. She may offer peace, but prepare for war. She may promise partnership, but don't be surprised if she's the one holding the knife when the lights go out. This is a woman with secrets, and secrets on the young and the restless are never just secrets, they're nuclear weapons waiting to detonate at the worst possible time. Her debut this fall aligns perfectly with a period in the show where major storylines are already in flux. Nikki and Victor Newman's marriage continues to strain under the weight of secrets and manipulations. Victoria remains conflicted about her future, both personally and professionally. Phyllis Summers is once again meddling in territory where she's not wanted, and Ashley Abbott's psychological state is raising red flags throughout her family. In this environment of emotional instability, corporate espionage, and family implosions, Sienna's entrance in just timely and strategic. The show's decision to time her debut with the unraveling of key plot lines means that she won't need to force her way into the spotlight. She steps into a vacuum of power, trust, and vulnerability, and all she needs to do is speak, smile, or seduce. It's also worth noting that Brown's arrival comes as many legacy characters are being reevaluated. Who belongs in Genoa City's elite circles, who still deserves redemption, and who has run out of second chances. Sienna Bacall may act as both a mirror and a judge, exposing the hypocrisy of some and offering twisted salvation to others. If she turns out to have roots in the Bacall family, perhaps an old rival to the Newmans or a forgotten associate of the Abbotshire, mere presence could call into question the foundational myths these families have built their power upon. In soaps, names matter, and the fact that her name is not Smith or Johnson, but Bacall, a name evocative of noir, mystery, and power, suggests that her backstory will be as richly developed as the woman playing her. Tamara Brown is no stranger to high expectations, and neither are Y&R viewers. But this casting choice, at this moment, seems poised to do something rare in daytime television: introduce a new character who feels instantly essential. Sienna Bacall may not be a household name yet, but when the leaves begin to fall and the wind shifts in Genoa City, fans will remember exactly when and how she entered, and they'll never forget what happened next.